Be advised, UMC is completely out of beds. I know you can go. I know you need to go where you need to go, but just be advised.
Chris got diverted to Spring Valley Hospital.
Welcome into this reporter roundtable. I'm Elaine Wilson here with reporter Jesse Becker. On the night of the October 1st shooting, a Clark County dispatcher told first responders that UMC was completely out of beds. It took almost 15 minutes for the message to be corrected. Jesse, how did this mistaken message initially get sent out?
Basically, what happened was a internal disaster alert was issued at the University Medical Center in their emergency department, which is separate from their trauma center. At some point, either by a hospital staffer or by someone on the side of the Clark County Fire Department, miscommunicated that alert, came over the radio as UMC is completely out of beds.
What does an internal disaster alert mean in terms of when it gets sent out in an emergency room setting like that?
On the hospital side, it means that staff should be aware that they're short-staffed or short on supplies. When it gets sent out to the county, to EMS, Emergency Medical Services, the county should be aware, based on county protocol, that the hospital should be bypassed for all situations except for cardiac arrest, heart attack, or for someone who cannot be properly ventilated.
Mm-hmm. Now, UMC is the Valley's only level 1 trauma center, and we know Sunrise is level 2. What does that designation mean in a mass casualty event like this one?
So to be clear, level 1 and level 2 trauma are both equipped to handle a mass casualty incident. The issue with this error was that at least 2 patients were diverted to Valley Hospital, which is next door to UMC. Valley Hospital does not have a trauma designation, and generally they transfer their patients with gunshot wounds, which many of them, of course, were in the October 1st tragedy, to hospitals that have a trauma designation, like UMC, which is level 1 trauma. Again, basically UMC is equipped to handle all sorts of trauma issues, like gunshot wounds. Valley Hospital doesn't have that sort of capability.
Mm-hmm. Is there any indication that someone who may have survived could have died because of this mistake? Do we know of anything like that from reporting?
We don't know. The short answer is no. We know that at least 2 patients were diverted to Valley Hospital next door. Mm-hmm. We don't know what came of them, if there were more patients diverted. So the short answer is no.
Mm-hmm. Is there any investigation going on into how this happened, or are they kind of saying, in the moment, this is what happens?
That's exactly what they're saying. There is no investigation. I talked to Clark County Fire Chief Greg Castle several times about it, and he said that there is no need for an investigation. So that's what it is right now. Not sure what will happen going forward.
Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Jesse, for all your great reporting on this. It's a really good story.
Thanks.
And definitely interesting to see what happens in the future, if anything. Soon after the October 1st shooting, Sunrise Hospital staff were seen wearing trauma-strong clothing with the phrase, "We don't close our doors." It's unclear if the clothing is in response to the reports that UMC stopped letting patients in on October 1st. Sunrise Hospital saw twice as many patients as UMC on the night of the shooting, despite being a level 2 trauma center. I want to thank Jessie again for joining me today. You can read all of her work on ReviewJournal.com, where this segment also appears every Friday.